Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Josh Epstein. I'm the marketing specialist for the TDA Perks program. Today's webinar will demonstrate how to use TDA Perks Supplies and add thousands to your bottom line. Ahmad Shams at Source One Dental is going to walk us through the site and explain just how simple and cost effective it is to order and continue to order through TDA Perks Supplies. The webinar is being recorded and it's going to be available for later use. Ahmad?
Thanks, Josh, and thank you to everyone for attending. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of just go through the website. It's obviously an e-commerce platform. We sell, over 50,000 unique SKUs from over 350 different dental manufacturers, which include the majority of the brands that you're probably accustomed to purchasing from your current distributor. We also work with over 65 direct manufacturers. So those are manufacturers who don't sell products through any distributors, but sell directly to dentists. Most dental offices will buy from at least a few of these in a given month. Generally, when you buy from them, you have to place a separate order. So I'll kind of go through the different products. I'll show you how the website works, how it's organized. We'll discuss how to get started as a new customer and talk about some of the unique things with the program. So TDA Perks Supplies obviously is a dental supplies private group, only available to active TDA members. When you go to the website, what you're going to see is this roadblock, which you can see on my screen here, that you have to log in. If you're a first-time user, you'll log in using your ADA number. So your ADA number is the key that unlocks the access to the site. Once you do that, you'll create your account. Your username will become your ADA number. You'll have created a password, and you'll be able to access the site. So with that, I'm going to come here. Okay, so here is the site. This is the home page. You'll notice quite a few things are going on here. The default of the home page is it's going to show you the categories. So everything is nested under categories. All of the different products are nested under various master categories. So you'll see here from within every category, you'll see certain subcategories, and you can see products and navigate that way. You also can look at the various brands, open up an individual brand, and see all the products that they have within that brand. So you select the brand, it'll show you the products. This particular brand only has one product. It's actually a very popular product that we have. It's an oral cancer screening device and so on. So that's essentially how that works. Also here, I'll call out on the homepage, you'll see, once you scroll down, you'll see various products being featured, bestsellers, recently added, products on sale, and this sort of thing. On the right side of the screen, a lot of this stuff applies more after you have a order history. You'll see just recent orders here on the side. You can expand these, look at the different items that you place on those orders, and so on. We'll get into a more in-depth look of order history here in just a minute. Another thing I'll just point out real quick at this point is this quick add feature. Here you can always, if you know exactly what you want, a particular item, you could just type in the item here and add it to your cart from this page without having to navigate to that particular product page. So all that being said, so here I'm going to come in and just as a casual user, I'll just casually look at various products. So I'm going to come in under the gloves category, and then I'll show you how you can filter and sort the different product options. So the default product listing view is going to be by best sellers, as you see here. You can also change that to price, high to low, low to high, this sort of thing. You can also change the number of products that are displayed on a given page by clicking on this drop-down box here. You can also change the view should you like to do that. So here I'm in the master category for all gloves, and obviously this brings up quite a few different gloves families to look at. Generally, if I'm looking for a glove, I know certain attributes of that glove. So say I know I'm looking for a nitrile glove, and say I'm not really just casually observing. I'm looking for a very specific glove that I use. So here, say I know the brand of it, and it's this brand, for example. So I'll select that. It'll just narrow all of the nitrile powder-free gloves that we have for this particular brand. And so now I'm looking at this, and I say, okay, this is the glove that I use. I'll open that. So really amazing. So if I typically buy, a case of small and a case of large, I'll just come in here. A case we know comes 10 in a box. Same thing here. I'll go 10 here, and I can add this to my cart. And so now this item is in my cart. One thing I'll point out on this product, a couple of things to look at. Generally, right underneath the product page, you'll see certain attributes that are common to the product family. For this particular product, obviously, it comes in 300 gloves per box, and that's true for all of the various sizes that are available. This product also is on a current manufacturer promotion, which is valuable, I guess, to point out at this point. And you'll always see that right here, right underneath the main product name. This manufacturer promotion currently is if you buy 8 boxes, you get 2 of the same size for free. So that's always good to know when you're placing an order. So say you typically buy 5 of these at a time. It's nice to know if you buy 8, you'll get 2 for free. The way that it works when you're placing these orders, if you want just to barely meet this minimum quantity, you would put 8 in your cart of each, not 10. So you'd put the 8, and then the 2 would be added on. So that's essentially how that works with those free goods. So keep an eye out for those. Certainly quite a bit of value in some products with these free goods. That being said, I'm going to now kind of just point you to where you can see all of the free goods. So when you go to browse by category, so you'll do that, and you can always expand this navigation window from whatever page that you're on. So you browse by category, and then you come down here to the bottom right corner. This is where we nest all of the products that are currently on manufacturer promotion. So I'm just going to view all of them and bring those up. And I'm sorry, the system runs a bit slower when we're doing these webinars. So here you see all of the different products that currently have manufacturer promotions on them. Again, the default listing is bestsellers. So from here you can look at, there's quite a few different types of products. You got composites, you got gloves, you got burrs, and a whole bunch of different things. And from there, of course, you can also filter and sort your results however you may like. Okay, so that's essentially how you can navigate just through general product listing. This is something you'll probably do just when you're browsing generally and wanted to look at various different product options. Another thing I'll point out, I'll open up a product page here, excuse me. Here, you'll always see these breadcrumbs at the top of any product page. So when you're on a product page and you want to see other products in that particular product category, you can always come up here and then click on these various category nested breadcrumbs. So for this product, obviously it's categorized under anesthetics and then anesthetic cartridges. Let's say I want to see the remaining anesthetic cartridges that are out there. Here we go. So now this is pulling up all of the various anesthetic cartridge products that we have available. Okay, and then once you're obviously here, say you remembered you needed to also get some standard lidocaine, you can come in here, look at the product. You got 2 different options on this particular product. You got 1 to 50K and 1 to 100. The price each is $22.06. This particular product has a price break to it. If you buy 40 or more, the price goes down a little bit. So here, let's say I want to add this to my cart, get 5 boxes of these. There we go. So it adds it to my cart. You always see this running current order list here on the right, and that'll always be there. You can minimize that if you like, but it's always fairly nice to see it, so you can modify and adjust the order as you're proceeding. While we're on it, I'm gonna show you how to use the quick add box really quick. So say you know an exact item that you'd like to purchase, you can search by manufacturer SKU number, product name, description, similarly to how you would search in the regular search bar up here. So here, let's say I know the product that I want is this particular product. I know the item number. I type it in. It pulls up the description, and we'll say I know I want one of these. Let's say I also want another item. I don't know the actual SKU number for it, but I know this is it. Scabby wipes. I want 12 of those. Here we go. So I added that to my cart, and once I click add to cart from this quick add box, it'll bring up a summary of my current cart, which I will kind of get back to that here in just a couple of minutes. So next thing I want to bring your attention to is the order my list page. So you can create your own custom list of items that you buy regularly, and we certainly encourage our customers to do that. So rather than searching on the website every time when you come to place an order, for those items that you buy all the time, it probably represents 95% of the actual SKUs. You're essentially just reordering these products on a continual basis. It's a good idea to use this functionality where you essentially put them in this quick list. You navigate to this page, by the way, at the top of the site here. You click on My List, and it'll bring all of this up. You can always organize, add products, remove products from your My List. The function here is you can come just to this one page and essentially buy all of the items that you need if you have them in your My List page. And I'll show you in a minute how to add new items to the My List page. But so say I'm in here and I want to place my order. Everything is nested again under the product category. So you see here the acrylics and reline, anesthetics. Default is to show them in alphabetical order, and you can always expand and collapse everything like this. So say I know what I'm looking for. Here I know that I need to order some of my burrs. So let me search. I know I order this particular size of burr, the 557s. Let me type in 557. Okay, so it's bringing up one of these anesthetic products because 557's in the SKU. That's not necessarily what I'm looking for. So here I'm looking at, I have 3 different products that have a 557 burr. So the first one here is a direct manufacturer brand. We have Sabra Dental products, 5 per pack, various sizes. So let's say this is something I've bought in the past and I know it quite well, but it's not necessarily the one that I'm looking for. I'll just keep looking. The product right underneath it, this is another one of our direct manufacturers, Dentalry here, also sell good quality products at very, very good prices. So I know that the 557s I recently bought from Dentalry are a good deal. You get 10 of them for $9.81 a pack. I'm going to add 3 of those to my cart. So I'll do that, and this will automatically add it to the current order here, and you see the number change right there really quickly. And so that's sort of how you can do that. And so now I'm going to show you how to add items to your My List from a product page. So let's say I want to add some different sizes of this particular product. I decided that I like this. I tried it recently and it works out pretty well. From here, I can always click on the product name, which is a hyperlink, which will take me to this product page, which of course is going to take a minute to load. So here we go. So we'll see this is all of the Qualite FG carbide burrs, as they're called. And then from here, these are all the different sizes. Now this is unique. Normally you're not going to see a product page with this many options within it, but this one is unique. So here I see all of the different sizes for this particular burr. You'll notice a couple of things here. So this is the item number in this column. This one calls out the shape, the shank, the size, and then the count of each. So you can also sort and filter by any one of these attributes. So say I know that I'm not interested in any of the 100 packs. I just click on count right here, and it automatically sorts it low to high. I can also go high to low if the opposite were true. So then after I do that, now everything is going to be organized by the size. So you got the number 1s on top and so on. So I know that, let's say I'm a guy and I typically use the this particular size, the number 171 long. So here, put in a quantity, and then instead of clicking on add to cart, because I'm not looking to add it to my cart, I want to add it to my list. I do that. Let me do a couple of others, right? Excuse me. And so this way I'll add both of these sizes to my list. And now when I go back to the my list, I will see these additional sizes in that list. And bear with me just a moment. It's just taking a second to load. Okay, so if I go down there, I'm going to see that that product is now that we've added those additional SKUs. Here we go. So that they've been added. Now, let's say I've tried a product and I decide I don't like it anymore. I've replaced it with something different. I don't want to keep it in my list any longer. Very simple to do. So let's say this is the product that we want to remove from the my list. Just click remove, okay, and it'll remember it forever. You'll never have to see that product again unless you want to add it. So that's essentially how you can manage the my list. I'm going to get into more how to get your my list set up and how we help you do that very easily when you first get started as a customer. But I'm not going to dwell on it too much longer at this point. So I do want to kind of pivot away from this for a second, and I'll show you how you can look at your order history. Excuse me. And so from the top of the website, you can always click on My Account, or essentially hover over My Account, and then click on the Order History tab. It'll bring up all of your order history. It'll be, again, organized like this. You'll see the date, the order total. Now, forgive me, this is a test account that we have, so that's why the orders don't make sense. The numbers don't make sense in terms of the dollar total and so on. But here, this is what you'll necessarily see. So if you want to look at your last order, this particular test order I did, I had a number of different items on it. You'll see a few different important things. You'll see obviously the product name, description, attributes right here, the quantity that you had on the order, the price that you paid, whether or not it's shipped yet. From here, you can also check on the tracking numbers and shipping details. So you just click on this little button, it'll bring up the various tracking numbers. You click on that, you can go see where that product is, if it's something that's currently in transit and so on. The other thing that you can do here is say you want to return a product. So it's a product you bought, you didn't like it, or you bought the wrong one, or whatever the reason is. There's this button right here next to each product. You can click on request return, fill out this two-step thing, and then it'll create the RMA request, and then you'll get a response, within 24 hours, hopefully, with a return label. You'll send it back, and you'll get the credit on your account. So that's essentially how this all works. The other thing I'll point out really quick is you can always print your invoices on any particular order from here. So you could just do that. It generates this invoice. You can print it out, and you can keep that in if you need it. Okay. The other thing you can do within the order history is similar to what I was just showing you with the My List. You can search it for particular items. So say, I remember the last time I bought this product. I don't remember what it was, but it was a burr. I kind of want to see what the last burrs I bought were. Just search right here. It'll bring up any order that you had where you bought burrs in the past, right? And so you could see them and say, this one, I tried this one and I liked it, and I want to order it again. So from right here, you can simply add it to your cart without having to go to the product page or anything like that. So that's sort of how that works. And so any questions at this point before I move on to the next subject, which is how to get started doing price comparisons and this sort of thing?
Right now, Ahmad, we do not have any questions, so we should just move on further. And
cool. So I'm going to come back to checking out and the final steps of placing an order. But before I do that, I kind of want to get into the next topic. That topic is how to get started. So the way we generally suggest that customers get started with us is to let us help them do some of the work. And so switching dental suppliers is a difficult task for most offices who've been using the same supplier or suppliers for a long time. They're familiar with their item numbers, their order procedures, and so on, and converting to a different supplier, even if that supplier does have all of the same items, still requires some significant effort. The main reason, or a main reason, is every supplier will use different item codes and descriptions and so on. So for a customer to convert all that into a new system is a very, very time-consuming process. So what we do is we invite all of our new customers to send us copies of previous invoices or item lists or whatever they have, and you can fax that or email it, send it to us however you like. What we'll do is we'll go through that and we'll prepare one of these documents that I'm showing you here. So this is a price comparison report. So we'll take that data, we'll convert it digitally, and then we will match up every item with our item for the same thing. So we'll take the item number from this particular vendor, we'll convert it, we'll understand exactly what the item is, we'll then use our code and show our exact code for that exact same item. So what this does is twofold. First thing, we compare the prices that are on that particular invoice that the customer sent us, so what they paid, with what they pay with us based on our current prices. Now, one thing I'll point out is we don't do special pricing or price discrimination to earn business or anything like that. The prices that every TDA member gets are going to always be the same. So the price that we quote has nothing to do with a desire to make this document look good or anything like that. So the prices are always going to be what's on the website, what everyone else is paying. So we do that, and then we'll actually send you this document back. So we'll show you for this exact basket of goods that you sent us on these invoices. Some people send quite a bit more. We encourage you probably to send, maybe 2 to 3 months worth is the ideal. We found that, over any given 2 to 3 month period, a customer will have purchased, 90+% of the SKUs that they buy throughout the year. So by doing it that way, we're able to send this back to you and give you a real solid estimation of what you can save. The more items that are on the list, the more statistically significant the projections or the percentage savings you'll see on the compared basket will be to your overall total, right? So here, and the reason I'll point out that this is necessary is the major suppliers charge different customers different prices for the same things, and so we really want to customize this whole thing because everybody's going to save different amounts based on who they're buying from and then what pricing they're currently getting from that particular vendor. So this serves as a test essentially to see how much you can save, if anything. Generally, most customers save quite a bit buying through the program. But then also the secondary benefit, which is a very significant one, is it allows us to build an order history on a particular customer before that customer ever orders anything. So from day one. So when we create this, we will have compiled a list of all of the items that the particular customer purchases regularly with our codes. We then take these and we upload them into the particular customer's account. And so that customer then will log in, go into their My List, and they'll see all of the items that they've purchased or that they do purchase. So it creates a really nice, fast running start for a user to be able to see, to place orders initially very quickly and easily. And so once we do that, so that's our standard procedure. We'll send back the document, we'll upload the items into the account, and then we'll obviously call the customer and hopefully get them onboarded and starting to order. Just a moment for a second. Sorry about that. I'm fighting a cold, and I spared you guys by muting the phone while I was coughing. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of just walk through the final steps of the order checkout process. So here I've been building sort of this fake order, adding items to my cart and so on. Here, when you click on checkout, and you can click that from right here on the right tab of the page, it'll bring up the current order I have in progress. I can skim through it really quick, and maybe I'm doing that, and I realize, you know what, I'm missing a product. I use this particular composite, but I didn't get the A1 shade that I typically order. So I'm gonna, from here again, I can just click on the product name. It'll bring me to the product master family page, and I'm looking at the various products. A1, that's the one that I'm looking for. This product, by the way, is one that has a buy 3 get 1 free, but let's say I don't use that many A1s, so I'll just add the 1 to the cart, and I'll also say, you know what, on my A2s, I got 2 in the cart right now, might as well bump that up to 3 so I can get the free one. So I can do that from here on the right side here, and I can click update, or I could have just added 1 from right here and did it that way. So let's go back to the shopping cart. So let's say, okay, I'm looking at it, everything looks good, I'm ready to proceed. I'll come down, click on the checkout button. This will bring me up to, shipping and billing info. So I'll just leave that as it is. Continue, save and continue. Okay, and so one thing you'll notice here, obviously, we had mentioned that we have a lot of different vendors. The majority of the items are going to ship from our primary distributor. So those are the items that are, the same brands that you're buying from any other distributor, the distributors who sell the dealer brands, as we call them. And that vendor is IQ Dental Supply. So you'll notice all their products here are listed under their portion of the shipping checkout page. The reason I point this out is sort of to draw this distinction. So here I have an order that's going to have items from 3 different vendors. 2 of them are direct manufacturers. One is this company, Exacta Dental Direct, which makes a really good high quality materials at very reasonable prices. Exacta Dental Direct, they ship from Michigan. The next one here, I got Dental Re, a different vendor, ships from Nevada, and then IQ Dental Supply ships from New Jersey. The reason I'm pointing all this out is with respect to the shipping methods and shipping time. So every product that's available on our website, doesn't matter what it is, even if it's a $1 pack of Tafelmeyer bands, has 100% free shipping. Now, this is a very important thing to point out. It's ground shipping. And ground shipping, unlike what a lot of practices are used to when ordering supplies from a distributor, it's not going to get there tomorrow. So most practices that are ordering from one of the large 3 national distributors who have local distribution in their areas. So whatever they order, they generally will get it tomorrow. UPS ground, if I'm shipping from the same state, it'll get there tomorrow. With us, that is not the case, and we really want people to understand that. So when you order with us, you certainly want to plan in advance. So everything is free ground shipping, but free ground shipping from New Jersey, let's say, to Texas is 5 business days. That's a full week. Now, you can always buy overnight or second day shipping on an order. You can do that here if you see this drop down box, but you'll notice it really erodes the savings and the benefit. So for this particular order, of course, it's a lot of items. To overnight it next day air from New Jersey, it's $500. You don't want to do that. So really, this is probably the one thing that people need to sort of plan in advance when they want to use our system is, don't expect everything tomorrow. It's not going to be there tomorrow. And try to order with enough lead time so that it can get there before you actually need it. And this definitely, for some practices at least, creates an issue if they're not cognizant of it and aware of it before placing the first orders. So you definitely want to make sure your staffs, if they're the ones who are going to be placing the orders, are aware of that. Change the practice. You don't want to place your orders 5 minutes before you need the product, right? Because then we're just all going to have a difficult time. When you check out, just point this out really quick, the default payment methods are a prepay. So on a new account, you'll be offered a credit card, or you can pay with a PayPal option. We also offer billing terms for most customers, so but it's not the default. So if that's something that you'd like to have added to your account, you can just contact us. We'll ask you a couple of questions. It's sort of like an application. Approve it usually within minutes, and then your account will be set up on billing terms. You can place your orders without having to pay at the time, and then send in your payment once a month, and we'll explain that to you at the time if that's something that you elect to do.
For attending, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this webinar will be recorded and will be put on the website. You can get in touch with Ahmad at 512-270-6999. You can email me at josh@tda.org or call me here at the TDA, 512-443-3675. Ahmad, do you have anything else you'd like to add before we finish up?
No, thank you. This has been great.
Okay, well, thanks, and have a great weekend.